Welcome again to the Ref Show. Carlton Palmer is covering some miles. He rejoins us all the way from China. I've got a book of yours to put on the desk for part 2. Okay,
Brilliant,
you've got a book out.
Thank you.
And Mark Halsey, of course.
Good morning, Alan.
Good morning.
One of us was here on time anyway.
Yeah,
Big Z, I phoned Big Z when I was in the traffic, and the first thing he said to me is, "Get ready, Mark will be complaining."
Yeah, I did say that. He's your classic box-to-box midfielder, and he's arrived late into the area. You must sign that book for me. We're all authors here, by the way. You've got crikey, book plugs all the way. We thought we'd done and dusted a diving debate. Keith Hackett was here last week. It was an isolated incident, we thought, in the Premier League. We're talking about it again. A weekend of not much incident. Spurs winning 4-0 at Huddersfield, routine. But probably our most famous sort of England player, up-and-coming England player, Dele Alli, is guilty.
Yeah, he's not doing himself any favours at the moment, is he? I mean, he's a great talent, and after he's a bit of misdemeanour with UEFA in the World Cup qualifier with England. You just think that someone needs to sit him down and talk to him. A lot of youngsters idolise him, and he's got to take a really good look at himself in the mirror. And you've got to look at this diving simulation situation. Is the deterrent, what the FA are bringing in, strong enough? And I would like to have seen, although it would have been wrong, but I'd like to have seen the referee, I think it was Neil Swarbrick, give a penalty. And then he would have then faced the panel a 2-game ban. I think now the IFAB have got to look at the law now, and I think they've got to change it and automatic red card, because it's a disease in the game and we need to eradicate it. And it's obvious, it's clear.
Well, I think it's got to
still
come
doing
from the manager. I think it's got to come from the manager of the club to say that it's not acceptable. You're going to, he's going to miss a game for England, important game for England. I mean, he's a terrific talent, but he's got that. He's on that cusp, isn't he, where he could always boil over. Yeah. And if he's going to be, I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Because I think he's a fantastic talent. If you look at Zinedine Zidane, I mean, a great talent, and he boiled over. There's that fine line, isn't there? Yeah. Where he's just got to be very, very careful.
The awful thing to me is he didn't look that embarrassed. It was kind of, okay, fair enough, yellow card, and on we go kind of thing. There's no shame in it.
Yeah. But it's a disease that's in our game, and we're not eradicating it, because, I mean, look at the one at Huddersfield player last week.
It's the foreigners that I have to be honest with.
It was
there was one in the Sheffield Wednesday Leeds game yesterday where the Sheffield Wednesday player tackled him, didn't go anywhere near his face. He's rolling around as if he'd been caught in the face. And it's foreigners. It's not, dare I say, it's not English players, but it's that mentality that's come in there.
But here we have an
English player, Ali.
No. What I'm saying is it's come into the English game and transferring to the English players because of the amount of foreigners that we've got in there. It's become a natural thing.
But Mark's saying there is a diving panel now, but it only kicks in if the player successfully cons the referee into awarding a penalty or getting something wrong.
But if he gets caution, that's it. So if he gets caution, no problem. But if he doesn't get caution and there's a penalty given, he faces a 2-match ban. Well, hang on. So let's look at the law. Let's change the law. Let's now give the referee the opportunity to. If it's a straight red card for simulation. We need it. There's nothing that annoys fans and fans, managers, and players, because some of the players lose their discipline as well with players that sort of simulate, don't they? Try to.
No, it's annoying. It's annoying. But it can only be for me. It should be the manager who's saying, right, listen, I don't want that.
I think last week we had David Wagner of Huddersfield combining with Sean Dyche of Burnley to condemn it, and that's what you need, really.
To be fair, I think Pochettino did come out and condemn Ali as well.
Fair enough.
So, but it needs
more of the same,
stiffer penalties, I think.
Okay, moving on, the big match, I suppose, of the weekend, the Sunday game, Manchester City, excellent performance in winning 1-0 at Chelsea. Actually, it wasn't Sunday, was it? I got my days mixed up. It was on Saturday.
Not only late for the show today.
I'm getting my days
wrong. You're all over
the
place, Al. You're all over the place.
Well, actually, here, Martin Atkinson was less than all over the place.
I thought,
we can describe this as a Mary Poppins performance, because Guy Beale on RefCam said it was practically perfect in every way. That was his description of this performance.
I thought.
What do you think?
I mean, everybody was going on about what a wonderful game it was, what a wonderful footballing match, and how how good Man City were.
Yeah.
But let's look at the referee as well. I thought Martin was absolutely top drawer. I thought he was excellent, outstanding. I mean, his recognition of foul, non-foul, his recognition of careless, reckless challenges was fantastic, and he gained the players' trust, and the players accepted his decision making. And when you get their trust, they will accept whatever you give. And I didn't see any dissent whatsoever to Martin's
He's setting a standard.
decisions.
This referee setting a
Well,
real
I think the
standard.
players helped him in that respect. They knew it was a big game, a tough game, and both players just got on, both sets of players, which I think is indicative of both the managers. I mean, to be fair, Conte's a no-nonsense, and Pep's no-nonsense. So, you know, it was a good game of football. Good game of football. Great result. It's a game that Man City needed to win, because they can win good football matches, but they don't show they can grind out and win matches, and they did that against a good Chelsea side.
Yeah.
But
think?
it makes a massive difference to players when the referee engages with them, he talks with them, he explains with them, and he smiles with them, and that makes a massive difference. It just relaxes you, doesn't it, as a player when you have a referee?
Well, I go back to this situation. I mean, that's the debate on a Saturday night in the pub. Decisions are going to go for you, decisions are going to go against you. You have to get on with it. As part of what we love to do. I mean, yesterday you could see Carlos was under pressure and he's shouting at the referee for every little thing, you know. And it's just when you're under pressure as a player or a manager, the ref becomes an easy target.
Okay, that was Carlos Carvalho. We'll talk about the Championship in part two of Sheffield Wednesday. Was the Yorkshire
Okay, because I
derby.
wanted to speak about Andrew Madley, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we can talk about Andrew Madley later in the show as well. And also on Ref Show Extra, do tune in for that. There's a particular point about Craig Pawson's game. Newcastle won, Liverpool won. So we'll deal with that in Ref Show Extra. Also, from the weekend, Graham Scott was in charge of a match. There were very few key match incidents or errors, which is to the great credit of the referees. Yeah. Again, there's been an improvement this season.
Yeah, there has. I mean, obviously, the games haven't been difficult, but you can only referee what's in front of you.
Yeah.
And going back to the Bournemouth-Leicester game, yes, there was I think it was Simpson, was it Simpson that had the handball?
Danny Simpson handled early on in the game.
It was a clear handball,
and
you have to say, had the referee seen that, it would have been a penalty and a red card, because he stopped, the ball was going into the back of the net, and it was a deliberate handball, he deliberately moved his hand towards the ball, but it was a difficult one for Graham. I wouldn't blame Graham for that, because he's not going to see that from where he was, from his position. So it's a very, very difficult decision. Had VAR been in, then it would have been a penalty and a red card.
It finished 0-0 as it was, so it could have been a key one. That was in Graham Scott. We mentioned Craig Pawson. That was Newcastle 1, Liverpool 1, and I have to say Andy Hogg on RefCam marked Craig's performance overall very highly. But we'll talk about a certain technicality that you want to raise in Ref Show Extra.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Michael Oliver, West Brom 2, Watford 2. Now, the free kick for the equaliser at the end, which clearly didn't go down well with West Brom and Tony Pulis, was it a foul?
Absolutely. I watched it in real time on the television, and McLean's coming from behind. He's got a little bit of ball, but he's taken the man out. It's a clear foul for me, and I know Tony was upset, but I think it's easier for the manager to have a go at the referee than it is his own player in public. So I think when Tony sits down and looks at it again, I think he realised that the referee got that right.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I think it was a needless challenge.
Yeah.
Needless challenge. It's a debatable one, but if it was me, I'd be looking for a free kick in that instance.
Okay, we wrap up part one with Manchester United's 4-0 victory over Crystal Palace. Jose Mourinho going absolutely fantastically well at the moment, playing great football as well. No cards at all, no yellows, no reds, and we've referred to this not just as a clean sheet now, we refer to it as a Halsey.
Well done, Mike Dean. Yep, he's had a bit of a indifferent start, but he's now he's getting into it. He's getting his match fitness, his game fitness, and he's producing some performances that we expect from him.
Hey, what wouldn't Crystal Palace give for a clean sheet or even scoring a goal? I've never known this before. They've lost all 7.
Well, it's interesting.
Not scored?
Yeah, but it's interesting, isn't it? When people talk about managers and the quality of managers, and I'm not having a dig at Roy Hodgson, but it just shows you what a job Sam did there. At the time when he went in there, the job he did, and he's got the same players. He's not lost any players or anything.
Do you think that's why Sam
So it
left?
Saw it coming.
No, I seriously
he's a
don't
great
know.
manager.
I know for a fact that Sam was, after the England situation, he had to sort of get his credibility back, and he put everything into that job. He was drained. He just felt that he needed to have a break from it all and recharge his batteries. He'll be back, Sam.
We have to take a break and recharge our batteries as well. The rest of the Premier League and the Championship, which raises lots of talking points, in part 2. Rejoin us for that.